Saturday, August 3rd, 2024, and as you can clearly see, it is 10:33 a.m. And as I stated is the case, I have left Alvarado Gardens in Los Angeles, where the entity maintained a light source, where the entirety of the documentation has been establishing, corroborating evidence that's already on the record, that I remain surrounded in an unnatural environment, which is what you remain surrounded by. It's not the natural environment that surrounds us. It is a demonic imitation of the natural environment, and upon observation, because that's all that's required, it does not require any degree in rocket science for you to recognize the fact that this environment is entirely, not only is it unnatural, the behavior that's occurring in the unnatural environment is revealing a criminal system that I remain subject to, and it's a system that's in operation around you, that centers around you. And it is demonic in every regard, and the environment itself is also demonic. So I'm starting this video at 10:33, and this is the address where I'm located at Third Party Facilitating Venue Courtyard Marriott in Sherman Oaks. And that's located at 15433 Ventura Boulevard, as I captured yesterday evening, where you saw the sun, okay? Not the sun, the fake sun as I've referred to it, but the ignorant onlooker would refer to it as the sun because you don't know any better, and I understand that. I completely get that, and that's the purpose of the P.O.C., to reveal what is actually going on in the environment, what is actually going on with people that are alive and they serve Satan. This is demon possession that's being revealed while a criminal system is simultaneously underway through the work of Satan. It requires the demon possessed, and it requires the demonic environment, and that's also the ability to recognize it, and what I'm showing, the ability to prosecute it. So it is criminal conduct that the government is engaging in, and there are a couple of things that I have on the screen. I will open this back up in a second. But 10:33, where I'm in Sherman Oaks, I just want to show where I'm located now, and this is called Crossing a Path. These are demons also, and this is where the fake sun is, right here over my head. And I just want to be clear, this is called relevant positioning. The demons are lined up behind me, group stalking in plain sight. This is the same carport area where you saw the Caucasian woman in the black SUV driving an engineered light that was resting underneath. This is absolutely impossible. No sunlight would ever be underneath. That's how you're recognizing demons. That's how you're recognizing stalkers. And they represent the state of California as opposed to representing any sort of free privacy rights. It doesn't exist where the government is engaging in group stalking. This is impossible light activity that's reaching underneath the structure. It's also impossible beyond the fact that the common sense observation is that sunlight doesn't ricochet off of buildings when you drive by. So this is a demon whose license plate is 9BPA224. That's P.O.C. They're monitoring together, and that's demonic pacing. It's also common sense that the sun that is above us is not going to create sunlight underneath the structures. That's how you know that they're demons, and how you know that they're stalking. And then the demons get in the car, smiling faces from ear to ear, and they're monitoring you. Okay, everybody that's staying at this hotel is going to be prosecuted for state surveillance, and they're all going to be prosecuted also for Title 18, Section 2261A, Section 1 and 2. License YIU303, that's an Indiana plate. They're engaged in the pattern of conduct, and that's light activity. The entity is engaging in what is keeping a fake sun over me in Sherman Oaks. This is Orion and Ventura Boulevard. This is where the fake sun was setting. I'm going to remind you about that. And this is the placement of the fake sun directly over the top of my head. Not only is it over me, which is how you're recognizing state stalking, it's also how you're recognizing demon possession. It is also speaking to the ability to recognize the state system of federal group stalking and monitoring, and it is statewide. The entity is engaging in conduct such that this is where the fake sun is, right here over me, because this is where I'm standing. And that is where the fake sun was at yesterday after 6 p.m., where demons just like this one were driving in it. There was a puddle, if you will, of engineered light on the ground, and the demon drove right in it, and engineered light appeared on the roof. So I want to go ahead and remind you about the environment as I captured it. First of all, these are group stalkers, and they're going to federal prison. They're monitoring with the people of the state who you see lined up outside right now. This is the 7-Eleven that's right in front of me right here, and this is where the fake sun was at. This was at 5:59 p.m. where I arrived here. This is the fake sun right here. I just want you to see that's that location right there. That's the 7-Eleven. So let me zoom in so you can see that. That's the 7-Eleven where the fake sun is over the 7-Eleven at 6 p.m. And that's recognizing the behavior of the entity. And this is what you're looking at on an ongoing basis. This is what the demons do that are police vehicles and fire trucks and ambulances. They're just using it with emergency lights. It's stalking the path with light activity. And that's called criminal summoning. The people of the state engage in it using their disposal, what they have at their disposal, which is in California typically vehicle lights. Okay, that's a demon. And that's also impunity. okay? Going onto the cameras of the hotel, he's going to be prosecuted. And if he's not a natural born citizen, you ship those out of the country. They're not even worthy to be here. They're going to be shipped out of this country. So the entity is engaging in the pattern of conduct, and it's 10:33 in the morning and 5 p.m., 6 p.m. That's where the fake sun was at. That's recognizing light activity, criminal conduct, and with impunity and a whole population. That demon possession is what fills the whole hotel. Stalking with audible activity, stalking with light activity, stalking with planes and helicopters. Okay, and I want to be clear, this is where the entity was, just as you saw that demon coming and participating. This is the absence of the illusion where the entity suggests that this is the engineered light that was underneath the structure last night. This is a Caucasian. Again, you don't have to know them, and first of all, demons don't have a race. This was a demon and she was stalking, as you can identify, in unnatural environment. This is light that is clearly positioned underneath this structure. That's a scientific impossibility. That's a demon and that's a stalker, okay? Just like everybody you see on camera right now. And her license plate, again, that was 8SCN835, and this Caucasian demon-possessed terrorist is what she is, and she's group stalking just like you see them doing right now while I stand outside, and a fake sun is over me, and this is the environment where she was group stalking me under this fake sun. This was captured yesterday at what was 6:32 in the evening. 6:32 in the evening, where the fake sun is right in perfect alignment with me and does not shoot light horizontally. Sunlight is not going to shoot horizontally across from the 7-Eleven underneath the structure. And also 6:30 p.m. and you have over the same venue, over the top of my head at the same venue, is the same fake sun. That's the P.O.C. That's recognizing third parties. And they just engaged in demonic patrolling terrorism, which I'm going to charge Marriott for. They engaged in terrorism via directed light, which I'm going to charge Courtyard by Marriott for, because they're group stalking together and you're going to drain the pockets. The entity that's acting commercially acts in concert with the demons that are patrons at the venue, acts in concert with the demons who are present, group stalking by helicopter and airplane. And so the entity is doing so, and you're going to recall not only this, but the entity was maintaining the light source while I am in an entirely different region at 10:33, which is what I was capturing, and that's what you'll see here. So I just want to look at this together, and then I'm going to conclude this video, because this is establishing what is indeed the pattern of conduct of federal group stalking and monitoring. It is the basis of federal prison, where commercial actors such as Courtyard by Marriott are enabling a population, and which is to enable the government to keep you under surveillance. Federal group stalking and monitoring is a conspiracy to murder and or kidnap an American citizen. That's why you engage in group stalking. Just like the people that say just demonstrated, while they drive by, engineer light touches me and touches all over surfaces. It's an impossible occurrence. You can see the light source through their windshields because it's directly over me. But this is what's shown at 10:33 when I'm in Orange County. And it's impossible that the two are happening at the same time. First of all, the people of the state, what you see at the top, engineer light is moving all across inside of that hotel. They're group stalking.
The people of the state are group stalking via traffic.
They're group stalking at Best Western in Costa Mesa, California. Right outside of the doors.
They're monitoring. Those are demons. This is shaded. There's no light ricocheting off of their cars, beaming light onto the wall inside of the hotel underneath the shaded structure. But you do have the...
First of all, that's engineered light appearing underneath the covering of the hotel. That's impossible light activity, just like you see here. Just like you see here. Engineer light appearing underneath. Pay attention to the environment. First of all, it's not possible to be the sun over Best Western and in Costa Mesa and over Courtyard by Marriott in the manner that it is directly over the top of my head at the same time. In addition to that, the placement of the light. It's not even sunlight, and it has nothing to do with the light source. Don't forget what the entity is doing at 10:30 in Los Angeles at Alvarado Gardens, which was keeping a fake sun in this manner directly over me, and it was capable of being seen through my living room window. That is not what this position would create, and this is impossible to coexist with that. And it's also not over Costa Mesa, over the entrance area where you see impossible light activity. You see impossible light activity inside of the Best Western, just like what is happening here. Impossible light moving across the surfaces, which is the prosecution of the people of the state. That is going by the name of Courtyard. That's the people of the state commercially engaged in state surveillance and federal stalking, which is an independent basis for each for federal prison. The entity is in maintaining this environment, and I want to be clear, this is where the fake sun is over my head at the same time in Orange County, and I'm right now in LA County, and that is not the natural environment such that the sun is maintaining this central presence over your head everywhere that you're going for the duration of the day.
I documented over my head.
Because this is what is going on here.
Since I started capturing images.
I'm in Sherman Oaks right now.
Exact same
And you need to see this. This is Courtyard by Marriott, a group stalker. They're terrorists. They're engaged in the perpetual sex offense. They're group stalking with the people of the state. That's what this is, demonic pacing, while cowards keep their back to you and they're engaged in Title 18. The cameras see their face, and this documentation is going on, and the feds are going to know who they are as well, and they're going to federal prison. This is Title 18 in plain view. Demonic pacing, not traffic. Under the fake sun, amongst engineer light.
Hear that inside of the hotel room. They're monitoring. This is the same exact P.O.C.
This is where the entity is stalking in plane and helicopters. Just like was the case, by the way, regarding the entity that was maintaining the helicopter activity outside of my Best Western hotel yesterday morning. All right, and the entity was keeping, there's no sun that's going to be over my head, as I captured on video, speaking to Ronald Lawrence's engagement in federal group stalking and monitoring. Ronald Lawrence is a corrupt government actor, just like Dominic Choi is a corrupt government actor, just like Karen Bass is a demon-possessed, a corrupt government actor, all of whom are disqualified, okay, and more than just derelict while in their roles, they are corrupt, and that's why federal group stalking and monitoring is happening on their watch. So you're talking about what's required: federal prison for the people of the state that are at Marriott, engaging in the pattern of conduct and providing facilitation to an intolerable degree. The light source is seen through the windshield of this demon that's crossing path. License plate 9MZK462 is a group stalker, and they represent the state, and you have the light source that's remaining over me in an entirely different region, and it's impossible that could be the natural environment. This is the P.O.C, however. This is where an entity is keeping me surrounded by a specific environment, and it is speaking to what is a massive sex offense, criminal surveillance by a population who share the condition. ABPU 834 is a demon who is stalking. That's how a population stalks here. And they're all engaged in Title 18 criminal conduct. They're surrounded by engineered light. They're stalking with audible activity inside of the hotel. They're engaged in demonic pacing, and they're amongst what is impossible light activity. At 6 p.m., there will be no sun that is over the 7-Eleven like I captured yesterday at this same exact time. So I just want to be clear. That's impossible that will be the sun where you see it right here. That's this 7-Eleven right here. That's this 7-Eleven. So the entity is providing evidence such that the sun is present over the hotel at 10:33 in the morning, and it's still here over the 7-Eleven, aiming sunlight onto the ground for demons like this third party who's stalking with engineer light, in concert with the rest of the demons that are inside. The engagement in the elements of monitoring are for the provision for everyone else. 8EUF 534. This is P.O.C. And this is state surveillance, and I'm going to prosecute Marriott, and I'm going to prosecute all the people of the state that are openly engaging in impunity and malice. Demons are white, demons are black, demons are old with liver spots, demons are on canes and walkers, and demons are acting with regard to the condition that they're capable of being identified beyond a reasonable doubt as well. So I just want to be clear, Karen Bass is the mayor over the demon possessed, and she's a demon herself, not ignorant about the population that's engaging in the identical pattern of conduct, which is a scientific impossibility. There's no sun over Orange County at Best Western, and this is not the sun either. This is the light source, and this is terrorism that Marriott, Courtyard by Marriott, is engaging in, and I'm going to drain their pockets. This is P.O.C.